migraines and urology and pain and infections, infectious diseases and things like that. So I think he's not one to say very much. Definitely not one.
Acharya is ready.
Yeah.
Okay, you can start. Acharya, you are on mute. Acharya, you are on mute.
Yeah. Okay. Kundaji, I think you can do the welcome and then I'll take it from there.
Yeah, Acharya, एक second. कुछ कहना है मुझे?
Sorry? It's just the welcome, the formal welcome, and then I'll take it from there.
Welcome to Hindu Center of Atlanta today to our weekly spiritual learning program. Acharya Brahmadev ji has joined from Mauritius. He is conducting a series on practical application of yoga. Over to Acharya ji.
Thank you. Namaste ji. Welcome everybody. So let's sit down straight, keep the body relaxed from head to toe, and close the eyes gently. And just remembering when we close our eyes like this, bring our focus. We tell ourselves, we close our mind to external thoughts and our hearts to external emotions. Deep inhale and exhale, and feeling the breath going in and out of the nostrils. So that brings our focus to our breathe in and breathe out, to the respiration process. And we start focusing on this spiritual journey. And while exhaling, we'll be chanting Om, and after that, mantra part and wisdom. Sahana vavatu, sahano bhunaktu, sahaviryam karavavai, tejasvanavadhitamastu, ma vidvishavahi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So we've covered as of date and the practical applications of yoga from the yoga philosophy of Maharishi Patanjali. We've covered yama, the precepts of social discipline, or as we say, the do's and don'ts. Then we covered niyama, personal discipline. Then Yam Niyam Asan, what is posture in the yoga philosophy going to meditation. It's totally different from the concept of asana which we see in the daily life. It's Sthira Sukham Asanam. By getting one specific posture, practice to sit down on this posture for long time and constant practice. Then Yam Niyam Asan Pranayam. Pranayam is holding the breath inside and outside. That also goes through gradual practice to increase the span of time that we can retain the breath either outside or inside, and also gradually holding the breath for longer, but the number of times that we hold the breath outside or inside also increases. Then pratyahar is introversion of the senses, because the world as it is today, we just run to satisfy the cravings of the senses, be it taste, smell, sight, hearing, or touch. We just run outside. And then we say, often we hear people, man nahi lagta hai, or I can't focus, because we are running constantly outside. That's why we need to practice at least, if we say 5 minutes daily, morning and afternoon, total of 10 minutes daily. And once we start enjoying those moments of silence, the moment when we go within ourselves to explore the inner self, that's where we start in looking for more time and creating a new agenda where we can get more and more time to spend for ourselves. And these 5 Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar are called Bahirang. Bahirang because all these are working on the physical body. Now to start working on the subtle body, then it goes on Dharana, Dhyan, and Samadhi, the 3 other limbs of yoga, which are called Antaram. And this starts the Vibhutipad of yoga. The Vibhutipad is what we can achieve through yoga, but we won't go into the whole process. The Vibhutipad, Maharishi Patanjali gives over 32 things which we can achieve, and at the end of it, it says dharana, focusing on external objects, always keeps us running outside. So it's better to start dharana within ourselves. That's why people who practice yoga, as per Maharishi Patanjali, when they go on dharana, they always start with focusing with something within themselves. The first is focusing on the breathing exercise, the inhale and exhale process, the movement of air within the nostrils while inhaling and exhaling. Otherwise, we can also focus on the tip of the nose, the center of the eyebrows, and gradually with such practice, then the dharana, or the point of focus, just shift to what is called Hridayakash, just in the center of the lower ribs, which we call the sternum, or the Hridayakash, the empty space just at the end of the ribs, center part. It's called Hridayakash because it's this point where the soul, Jivatma, stays within our body. So dharana, it says, the sutra is Desh Bandhaschittasya Dharana. Desh, point, location, place. Bandha is fixing or binding our focus. Chittasya, that is the mind. And dharana, fixing our concentration, fixing our focus to that particular point. Fixing the mind on one particular point is called concentration. And this is generally what we do. Like when we watch TV, our focus is on the TV screen. We are seeing something on the screens, be it mobile, laptop, or computers. It's one form of dharana, still on external objects, but there we are focused. So how come when people are watching movies or videos or other things or playing games on the screens, there the mind is focused? And for other things, they say that I can't focus, I can't concentrate. So it's all a question of mindset. Everybody can do that. Even for the one leading the most hectic life. It's a question of finding time just to start practice. So some points where we can start dharana on our body, and that will help us to drive, to seek, to be conscious, to be aware, to be mindful of the inner self, that this body is only a vehicle for the soul. It's like we have the car outside our house. Whenever we need to go out, we use the car, and then when we don't use it, it's just parked. And when it's parked, it cannot move on itself. So when we realize this with our body, it's the soul, the Jivatma, controlling this body and exercising total control, just like the driver on the driving seat, will be able to start on the path of fixing the mind, concentrating, or bringing the focus. So some parts of the body on which we can focus is usually the tip of the nose, which is referred to in Hindi Nasika ka Agrabhag, or the nostrils where the air moves in and out, the center of the eyebrows, then it can also be the navel. Generally, Maharishi Patanjali says external objects also can be, but then when we go on closing our eyes to bring the focus, it's better to abstain from external objects. And for focusing on the tip of the nose, where I personally started, was just closing the eyes to the point where we can see only the tip of the nose. And there, the balance place. Often we see mostly part of the left or part of the right side of the nose, but comes a point where we are focused and the focus is only on the tip of the nose. The playing of the balance between the right or the left side of the nose just stops. And this is we start walking. Formerly it was just like the child and starts walking and then tripping, falling, and then again stand up and again start walking. It's the same process. We have to take it easy, just like the child takes it when the child starts walking. And this is Maharishi Patanjali says, and it starts with the sutra in the first chapter of the Yoga Darshan, which says, Satoder Kale Nairantara Satkara Sevito Drirbo. You have to practice for a long time and be constant, be regular in our practice, and be passionate for that. It's just the same things that we find in life. Like the child who starts walking, trips, falls down, but then again stands up and starts walking till the day the child just stands up and walks without falling. So dharana is the same process. And that same process, if people find it difficult to start focusing on themselves, I say just take one lamp, diya. Put some ghee in there and put a very small wick, which just gives sufficient light but not too much. Then focus on the flame, especially the flame that has a blue color there. So forget about the flame colored all around, just look at the blue color and you'll be focused, because the flame colored always flickers. The blue one is more or less stable, the blue part of it. So that gives us the point of dharana. And Yog Darshan itself, Harshik Vyas, when he explains the Yog Darshan, it says, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, Antarang. Antarang means driving inside. So that was about dharana, and remember dharana, to get it right, just take it easy. Other child starts walking. The parents are a bit over worried lest the child falls and gets hurt. The child does it at his or her own pace. And this is where we have to be. Just relax, take it easy, and be running at our own pace. And one thing which can help us in bringing dharana is japa, mantra chanting, or the chanting of Om. And take the easiest mantra to take for japa is Gayatri mantra. And we don't rush on the chanting of the mantra while doing japa. We just go easy with it. And at that point in time, when we're chanting the Gayatri mantra, our focus also remains on our own pronunciation. And if we know the Gayatri mantra, we take it in one sentence. It's praying to God for the enlightened mind, for the mind to be engaged in truthful thoughts and truthful actions. Satya vicharon satya kamo mein prerit kare. If we take it there, or we just focus on our own pronunciation, the sound waves coming out of it, and the vibrations. So when we practice that dharana will come upon itself. We'll take it easy. We'll just do small practice today about bringing dharana through japa. So let's sit down straight with the body totally relaxed. And let's start by feeling the body compressing all the parts of the body and keeping them relaxed. First, tell yourself the soul's totally relaxed, and if your feet are down touching the floor, feel the floor or the shoe or the sandal you're wearing, if any. Otherwise, just feel the floor with the soul. Sense the feeling through the soul. Then move up to the heels, to the legs, to the knees, the thighs, the hips, the stomach, totally relaxed with the muscles. Even if we had just finished with dinner, no problem, just relax there, keep it totally relaxed. The back, the thorax, the abdomen, the lungs totally decompressed. Now the critical part, the shoulders, the arms, the elbows, the wrist, the hand, and going back again upwards to the shoulders, totally relaxed with the neck and the facial muscles, just with a gentle smile, and just feel the facial muscles decompressed with a slight, gentle smile. And then the head, the top of the head. Deep inhale and exhale. Take your time. Inhale. By first inflating the stomach, the belly, then inflating the lungs, and then pushing the shoulders lightly up. At that point in time, you may sense the breath moving into the head region, across the facial muscles and within the brain region. That's fine, no need to worry. And when exhaling now, it's pulling the shoulders down, deflating the lungs, and contracting the belly inside, pushing as far as we can. Then normal inhale, inflating the belly, the lungs, the shoulders slightly up. Still continue to breathe. And then exhale by pulling the shoulders down, deflating the lungs, and pushing the belly inside. Just be aware of the breathing process, the air moving in and out of our nostrils. And we can feel the various actions while with a conscious breathing, the three-step breathing process. We'll go with Om Jap first. We'll start with vocal, then only movement of the lips. We'll do 3 times vocal, 3 times with the movement of the lips, and 3 times silent chanting. I'll be guiding, but you'll be silent. And while it's on Upanishu, that is movement of the lips only, let's feel the sounds of our chanting with only the lips moving. And on the 3rd step, when doing the silent chanting, we'll be able to hear our own voice even in the silent mode. So that involves listening to the sounds of silence. And that's why Jap starts us on the inner journey, the journey to the inner self. So deep inhale and exhale, and while exhaling, we are going to chant Om. The first 3 times vocal. The next round would be only movement of the lips, but I'll be doing the chanting to guide you. The next round will be silent chanting. It's still focusing on pronunciation, the sound waves, the vibrations of the sound waves. Oh. We do the 3 rounds again, this time with Gayatri Mantra, which will prolong our period of jap chant. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. The next round would be only movement of the lips of Anshu for you. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. The next round will be silent chanting, silent jap, still listening to our own pronunciation, to the vibrations, to the sound of silence, the sounds and the vibrations of the silent chanting. I'll still be vocal to guide you. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Bhurabhuva Svah Tatsaviturvarenyam भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि यो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Do 3 times silent chanting. I'll also be doing it silent. Join the palms together, rub them, cover the eyes, and open the eyes gently below the palms, and rub your hands on the face, transferring the energy to the facial muscles. So, how was the silent chanting? Especially trying to focus on the vibrations and the sounds of the silent chanting.
Yes, it's very relaxing. Yes.
So, could you feel that your mind is still there? It's not running outside on the usual trend. It's just bringing you to your own self. So this is where mantra jap helps us in bringing dharana, in bringing the focus to our own selves. And for people who take only one word, the best is Om, because when we write Om in the akshar form, in the letter form, there is a free which comes in between O and Ma. So that gives us the indication of the O is running 3 times as long as the Ma. So when we do as we say, Naam Jap, Ishwar ka Naam Jap, Pranav Dhvani par hum jap karte hai. We bring the focus on chanting of Om, because Pranav refers to the name of Ishwar as Om. So when we focus on that, and we can feel the vibrations and how the vibration starts fluctuating within our body from Om. We can feel, we can sense the vibration starting from Jatharagni, the stomach region, the digestive energy, moving upwards to the throat with O. Before, just we shift to Ma, and the Ma is just the vibrations there. Just do it only on Om, close the eyes, and do the silent chanting, and feel the vibrations just moving upwards. That's good. Could you sense the difference on the vibrations level just moving?
Yes.
So that's dharana. And it's a question of take it easy as the child, when the child starts walking, trips, again stands up, again walk, and finally, with a few trials, regular, constant trials, the child starts walking straight without falling and with full confidence. This is where dharana, if we practice, we'll be fully confident of our practice and starts on the path of real meditation. So I just hope the small exercises could bring the practical experience of dharana. Next time we'll just do 3-4 breathing exercises of retaining of the breath inside and retaining of the breath outside, and practice dharana, and then move to dhyan. So that's any questions for today before ending?
Like dharana and dhyan, is it something similar?
Look, dharana is focus. Dhyan, now we start contemplating, we start meditating. Like if we are doing jap, how do we do dhyan with jap itself? We focus on the meaning of the mantra. Like example, if we are chanting Om, only Om, we take it, when we do the jap of Om, we take it there. Om is the name of Ishwar God. And we'll take one of the meaning Ishwar God as being the all protector, protecting this whole universe. Then when we chant Om, usually it's with He Ishwar, aap sarva rakshak hai, hamare bhi raksha kijiye. Oh Ishwar God, you are the all protector, protect us. Otherwise, if we do on Gayatri Mantra, if we can be aware of each and every word meaning, that's fine. Otherwise, take it generally. It's sitting there doing job, praying to God. हे ईश्वर हमारी बुद्धि को सत्य विचारों और सत्य कर्मों में प्रेरित करें भाव रूप. That is common general meaning. So it's, O Ishwar God, enlighten our mind into righteous thoughts and righteous actions. If we just take it small like that to begin with, then with practice we can go into each word meaning. Then when we sit down, it's really, we can feel the benefits of the vibrations. And when we go on the focus with the meaning, then we start multiplying the benefits. We start contemplating. And there, this is where we become on the level of meditation, which is now called mindfulness. Because we are mindful of what we are doing, what we are chanting. And eventually, at the last stage of samadhi, the focus is only Ishwar God.
This is the primary stage of the dhyan. The dharana is the precondition of the dhyan.
Yeah, it's growing. Just like the child starts with KG, nursery, then goes to primary, then secondary level, then college, then university, like this. It's growing, right? Perfect.
Yeah, so in dharana, we are uh, saying something and trying to concentrate, focus, and then in dhyan, we will not be saying something. We will be just realizing all those meanings and whatever we were doing in the dharana.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Acharyaji, for your beautiful explanations. We'll do Om Jap at last.
Om Shanti, and then we'll close. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Namaste, everybody.